Welcome, Sagittarius and Sagittarius cross watchers, to your reading for this week. So we have the Knight of Pentacles here. I think somebody is taking credit for your work. It kind of has this energy that they are... What I'm kind of seeing here is they're saying like, oh yeah, and Sag helped, but they're taking all the credit for it. They're the person that is explaining it. And I feel like you're standing there looking at them like, excuse me. It's like all they did was put a name to it, right? Like they made up the title and they're going to stand there and act like they can take credit for it. And like, I feel like people are asking them questions about it and they do seem to be answering it really well, but it's like they're parroting what you said. And I feel like I mean, obviously it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth, but it feels like there's quite a bit of disgust coming from you. It's almost like you may have known that this person would use whatever's going on as like a springboard into something for themselves, but the way that they're going about it is, it almost has this energy of like, oh, we're going to have a talk about this when we get home. Sorry, I just cracked my knuckle. It's a very, and I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. I feel like this person, I'm hesitating because I don't want to say this. I feel like they think that you should be lucky that they're taking you along with them for whatever it is that they're doing. It's like they kind of feel like, yeah, well, maybe Sag has to do all the legwork, but they wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. So it's almost, they're kind of like, so they're going to ride your coattails, as it were, feeling like you should be grateful for, hold on, you should be grateful for them letting you let them ride your coattails, if that makes sense, right? Like you should be grateful that they're riding your coattails and not someone else's type deal, if that makes sense. All right, can we get another one? So we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom with the Ten of Cups reversed here. There seems, I mean, obviously there's something very self-serving about it here, but it's like there is, somebody is using the fact that you have some sort of connection with them to their advantage, obviously, right? But it almost has the energy, may not be the actual situation, but it's like people may have kind of given you a heads up about this person and they didn't treat you in the way that people told you that they would, right? But it's like, it just took a little longer. They did. And they seem to feel, for some reason, they think you'll never leave. They seem to feel that because you've stuck with them this long, that it's a given. They don't have to worry about you anymore. And I feel like you seem to be at a place, it's almost like you may have been in a place in your life or in the relationship, or just generally speaking, where you were in a place of like struggle, in that you were busting your butt, you were focused on taking care of this problem over here. And it's like, and now that things have settled down and you've kind of made it to a certain point in whatever goal you're reaching for, you're turning around and looking at them like, actually, you know what, you're kind of a, insert expletive here. So, this person kind of feels, I'm not sure if it's they're looking at you like it's an intelligence thing. I don't think that's it. It's more that they feel like you're not going to see what they're doing. You're not going to see it that way, right? They seem to think that you're going to believe the best about them regardless of what they're actually doing. Can we get, actually we'll do a big card for that. What's this person's ultimate goal? What's this person's? Oh, okay. So we got the Two of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. And the Queen of Cups is at the bottom again. they seem to feel that they are, it's almost like in the way that they are treating you, they seem to feel like they're curing you of some sort of, like, let's say, for example, obviously isn't the actual situation, right? But like they thought that you were too nice to people. So they kind of got close to you and then they started treating you a little bit like crap. So you would stop being so nice to everybody, right? It's like they figured that if they did that, that you would start seeing other things about people. But then in that same light, it's like they think that they can do whatever they want and you're still going to believe the best about them, right? So it's like they want to have two opposite things happen with you at the same time. And from what I'm getting here, you're not, it almost feels like this kind of anger is rising up in you, right? Like you're feeling like, actually, you know what? I feel like this person's been, like now that you're not distracted with whatever you had to do, right? It's like maybe you were working two jobs, like you finished one job and you were starting another and you had to kind of work both of them at the same time. And whatever it was, you were definitely pushing something up the hill. And now that you're kind of able to stop and look around, it doesn't feel like you didn't sense that something was off before, but you just really weren't in a place where you could dive into it. And they seem to think that, listen, there's nothing wrong with coming in with the cold, hard truth, right? Sometimes that's necessary, and sometimes it needs to be softened. And this person seems to feel that it's like they may say things that that they think will make you like them, that are very outlandish, that are very like a little too forward. And I feel like you're looking at them like that isn't forward, that's just rude. Right? It's like they're trying to be something that they're not, and because they're trying to be it and they're not that naturally, it comes off as not what it's intended to be. If that makes sense. Okay. So now we're going to go into Sag a little bit. There's your card. I feel like for whatever reason, whatever it is that they're doing at this time, you're not really going to call them out in the situation, right? It keeps going back to this energy of like, oh, I'm going to have a talk, like you saying to this person, like, oh, I'm going to have a talk with you. We're going to have a talk when we get home. Because they definitely, it's like they may have used a piece of information that you gave them as some sort of bargaining chip, right? It's almost like that wasn't really a piece of information that you were ready to have released. And they used it in this, trying to prove something to somebody else. Can we get another for Sag here, please? Oh, so it's like, that's just me being a bad shuffler. One sec, guys. Can we get another one for Sag? Can we get another one for Sag? So we have the Five of Swords reversed. The Five of Swords usually talks about like winning, but at what cost, right? And so I feel like it's just kind of an echo of what the cards have already been saying, that something definitely needs to change here, but you're going to, it's like in order for you to change it in the moment, it would kind of like expose something that it's almost like it would ruin something that's in its infancy stages, right? It's like you're not going to put something at risk just to tell this person off and tell them to stop being such an idiot. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. Tell them to stop acting like they can take credit for your work. And I feel like this may actually be like one of the first times that you handle something really differently. I'm almost kind of getting this like, excuse me, like a scorpionic vibe coming from you. That it's more like a plotting, planning sort of approach instead of what you would normally do. I feel like there's something about this situation that could change you. It's almost like, yes, it's, if it's the right call to address whatever this is behind closed doors, but I feel like it's almost like there's a message that if you stay in that energy too long, like if you stay quiet about it too long, I feel like it's going to make you like an angry person, generally speaking, right? I feel like you'll get short with other people. You might be in line to grab a coffee and somebody bumps into you, and normally, no big deal. And this time you'd be like, you know, it just feels like, it doesn't feel like, you're going to pop off and yell at somebody over, accidentally bumping into you, but your general attitude and energy that you're sending out to other people is very different than what your core is. And I feel like you're going to see that the longer that you are in this situation, it's like the longer that it takes you to figure out how you're going to address this, the longer you stay in that energy. So I think I'll leave it there, Sagittarius. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.